So I pointed people to another video previously about how to get all the nanites you ever wanted. But you know, that video didn't cover all the bases. It just covered part of the basis. Okay? So I'm gonna try to do it quick because that video got really involved, and mine probably will too, but I'm gonna try to make it quick. Okay? I'm gonna try to make this a condensed version. Okay? So the first thing we need to do is find a dissonant star system. Okay? So we go to start all this off. We found a dissonant star system, and there's one. Okay, there's a dissonant star system. So we're gonna go there, and this is to get the weapon. Because if you get the special weapon, it makes a big difference. Okay, so where's our dissonant planet? Let's see, is that it? Dissonant planet. Yep, dissonance detected. Okay, so there's our dissonant planet. Let's go down there. The middleman. Okay, the middleman. Yeah, but the drills aren't, necessarily always that frequent. Okay, there's the shards. In case anyone wonders what a radiant shard looks like, that's a radiant shard. And you can just, blast them with your laser and boom, you collect them, and it alerts the sentient. Okay. Which is no big deal. Oh, there we go. That's what we're looking for. What's it called now? A resonator. A dissonant resonator. Okay, so we're looking for a resonator. That's what we're looking for here, and that's what all this is all about. Why we came to a dissonant planet. We want a resonator. We're going to go over here and we're going to destroy this resonator. And it's going to give us a thing. It's going to give us one of two things, I think. I'm not sure. Maybe three things. It's either going to give us a mirror, or it's going to give us an echolocator. Okay, we got our cannon up. Now this is going to really piss off the Sentinels, because they're going to want to kill us. But we're just going to move on. Okay, there's a Sentinel there that's already shooting at us. We normally wouldn't fight him, but what the hell, So, what did that guy give us? I didn't even notice. Okay, I'll look in a second. They're still after us? Oh yeah, they're still after us. Well, if we keep going though, they'll eventually give up. See, it says the swarm is hunting. Swarm is hunting. Swarm is hunting. And if we just keep boogieing away, it will say the swarm is abiding or abating or whatever the hell it says. Just keep running away, and the swarm will give up. That corrupt swarm abating. Okay, so they're not after us no more. I'm gonna set the baby. Alright, so let me see now. What did we get? We got a mirror. That's not what we wanted. Okay, so now that means we got to go after another one. Because we're looking for, I believe it's called the Echo Locator. I probably got one in my inventory, but we need to get one from one of them drills. Okay, from a resonator. Okay, so now we scan again. And we look for another resonator. There's one right there. That's the icon for the resonator. Oops, let me scan again. Oh, let me scan again. Oh, wait, maybe the scan isn't done. Refreshing or whatever. Get up on this hill a little bit, and then I'll scan again. Yeah, he's right over there, I think. What the hell? How come he ain't showing up? Saw him a minute ago. Move that direction a little bit. Okay, there he is, right there. Okay, so. And we can see, look, there's 1, 2, 3 sentinels there. Which are going to be pissed at us as soon as we destroy this guy. Boom, he's destroyed. Okay, he gave us an echo locator. See it there. Now they're hunting us, so we're gonna boogie away from them. Until they give up. Okay, so we're up swarming the baby. Alright, so they gave up on us. Well, we got our echo locator, right? So what we do, like so many other things in this game, is we query that. And we'll look at it now that we're away from everything. Okay, so we got an echo locator here. Where did it go in my regular inventory? That's weird. Okay. Probably because I already had some. Okay. So there, it says a curious mesh of old and new technology, a hybrid between two entirely separate methods of creation. Nonetheless, this location tracing device appears fully functional. Select this device and use resonate by pressing the E key to trace its harmonic origin. Okay. So we're going to press the E key here.
Alert. Navigational data received.
And it's going to trace the origin, and then it's going to give us a location. Harmonic echo detected. See there? See the location there? Off planet. Okay. So obviously that means we're going to have to go somewhere where we can put our craft in here and go off planet. Alright, so we're going to get out of the Minotaur. Should be able to land here, I hope. Holy moly. Alright. Okay. That was very typical of this game, you know. We click on something and it gives us a location to travel to. So we're going to go off planet here to this location. get some altitude here. Okay, I think we've got enough. Now we'll hit our pulse engine. And it'll take us there. Okay, so this is the location that they're sending us to. It's going to be like a base. A little outpost kind of base kind of thing. Okay, so we're here at this little outpost slash base thing. We're gonna get out. And we're gonna go over here to this little outpost slash base thing. And these are autophages. You can't see them, but if you, I don't know if you scan it. Well, for me, I can scan, and it shows me the guys. Okay, there's a guy. There's a guy. You don't see them initially. Okay, first time you come here, it's different, right? Because I've been to one of these before, so it's different for me. But you notice over here is a weapon. This is why we came here. But you can see it says it's harmonically sealed, right? So we can't get into it till we unseal it through this harmonic interface. But it's locked down. So, let me see if I can remember how we do this. I think we got to do the scan first. Number 2. Okay, there we go. 7 plus 7 is 14. 2 plus 2 is 4. And 3 plus 6 is 9. So we got 14, 4, and 9. Right? 14, 4, and 9. Access the main interface. Remember, 14, 4, and 9. Input override glyphs now. Okay. And we got 14, 4, and 9. I don't think it matters what order you do it in. 14 and 4 and 9. And then you says deactivate multi-tool seal. Okay, that's why we're here. I'm not going to worry about anything else this location does, because this video is only dealing with the weapon. We came here to get a weapon, okay? And that's what we're doing. So we picked up a weapon. Because we deactivated the seal, and it gave us this weapon. We're going to compare, just like we do with the, we don't want to, and we're going to take it. We're not going to exchange. We don't want to lose anything. So we're just going to take it. Okay, so we got a weapon, right? So we're done. That's what we came here for, to get a weapon. That's the only reason we came here, is to get a weapon. We got our weapon, and we're done. Now, where's my damn thing for my ship? There it is, behind here. That's it. That's the only reason we came here. So we came to this new planet. We killed the resonator. We got the echolocator, and we queried the echolocator. It brought us here. We did the little access the computer and got the little code with the little math and opened up the weapon cage so we could get the weapon. So we got the weapon. And these are special weapons. That's why we did this, because this is a special weapon. So, and now I already have one of these weapons. So I'm really, you can see there's a lot of broken stuff here, and you can fix it and blah blah blah. Okay. Well, I'm not going to go through all that. That's really not, if you ought to know how to fix a multi-tool, you ought to know how to repair things, you ought to know, how to upgrade things, etc. Right? So, my purpose here is to show you how to get the weapon, and then the rest well, hold on, I can't even do that now. Okay, so my next step is to then find the space station. I'll find a space station here. Coffee. Once you get that weapon, you're going to want to visit probably many space stations, and you're going to want to get 3 S-class upgrades for that weapon. Okay? No matter how many space stations it takes you, that's your next step, is to get 3 S-class upgrades for that weapon. I mean, unless it already has, S-class upgrades, you're gonna want to get 3 S-class upgrades, okay? So, I don't see any S-class upgrades, but I don't know, because I'm not gonna mess with this weapon. I just wanted to show you how to get the weapon, and the reason you're getting this weapon is because it has a where's it at here? I guess it has a discordant prism, but I thought it was going to have a runic lens. I'm thinking once you fix it, you'll get a runic lens. Maybe, anyway, so, let me see, can I switch to mine now? Yeah, okay. So here's the one I use, this, and it has the runic lens, okay? And the one you're going to get is probably going to end up having a runic lens. If it doesn't, it'll probably be just as good anyway. I'm not sure. Maybe not. You might have to get another one. You might have to go to another planet, another dissonant planet, and get another echolocator, and go to another base and get another weapon. Because I'm pretty sure you want to get one that has a runic lens. And then you're going to want to get the three S-class upgrades. See, we got 3 S-class upgrades here, and for the mining beam. And then you're going to want to get the advanced mining laser, okay? And you get these things you can get at, not the S-classes, those you get from the space station. But the advanced mining, you can get that from the anomaly. And the cooling system, the runic lens comes with it. This is bulk caster stuff. The mosaic amplifier probably comes with the tool. Cloaking device scanner. Where's the other piece here? That's the S-class. That's the advanced mining laser. That's the mining laser. That's another. I got 4 S-classes. I'm missing something here. Oh, there. The optical drill. That's what I was looking for. You know what? Be sure and get the optical drill, because you can see there it gives you plus 88% on resources mined. Okay? That's important. So I think that doesn't count as an S, because that's a separate piece of technology. All right? And you want to supercharge that, of course. That's why it gives you 88%. If you don't supercharge it, it doesn't give you 88%. See? If you don't supercharge it, it only gives you 50%. When you put it in a supercharged slot, it gives you 88% resources mined. Okay, so you want that optical drill. You want 3 S's, that are going to give you all the blah, 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 blah. And you want to supercharge however many of those that you can. Mine has the bolt caster. It doesn't matter. That's not why I got it. I could care less. I've used it for that before, but if in an emergency, in a pinch, but that I got my staff, so I'm not worried about that part. And you want to get the advanced mining laser. So it's an optical drill, 3 S's, advanced mining laser, and it should have a runic lens on there. But I'm thinking, that other one we got, it might not, it might have something just as good. So, I don't know. Runaway mole just looks like a ball that rolls around on the ground. They're usually in groups, and it'll usually say curious deposit. There you go. Curious deposit. And when you find this curious deposit, you want to build a structure around it. Now, I had built a multi-story habitat. You can just build a corral. It doesn't even need a roof or anything, if that's what you want to do. So I have actually built 2 different bases on the same planet, a sufficient distance apart. Okay? By sufficient distance, I just mean a meaningful distance apart. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I got my multi-tool, right? And it's all charged up, huh? Let's make sure everything's all charged up.
Technology recharged.
And then I'm gonna take and I'm gonna eat one of my cakes, okay? Cause all right, and then that cake's gonna be good for. I'm just gonna eat one cake. That's good for 10 minutes, okay? Now I got 2 bases is sufficient. Okay, let's begin. We got 10 minutes. We're on the clock. We got 2 bases, so we're gonna go down here, downstairs, and they're totally enclosed here downstairs, and I'm gonna start shooting my runaway mole, and then start collecting. Okay, so we got all these, and one of them got away down there. Okay, there we go. Now I'm gonna go back upstairs. See, the thing is with these guys, when you get a sufficient distance away, which is my bases are a sufficient distance away, I'm gonna go to the other one, that those reset. That those molds are reset on that. So I'm gonna go to this base now. I'm gonna do the same thing. It's the same setup. I'm gonna go downstairs. It's a little different. Oops. Oh, damn short range things. Oops. Okay. So let's see. We got this guy. And we got these guys. We got them. We got them. And that's why they're called runaway moles. See, they try to run away from you. Okay, so we got all of them. Back upstairs. Back in the terminus. And we're going to go back to that other base. So it's just 2 bases that are sufficient distance apart so that those runaway moles reset every time. And we just go back and forth between the 2 bases. Okay. Oh, now we're back at the other base. We're gonna go back downstairs, and you can see this is the same place again. The one we were at the first time. Sometimes they get away, I don't care. They ain't going nowhere because we built a corral around them. They can't run away. That's the purpose for building a corral. Alright, so we got all them. And we'll go back upstairs. And we'll go. We filled up our inventory. We filled up the ship's inventory. Everybody's full. Now we're going to go back to the freighter. Because the freighter is where I got my big room full of 20 refineries. But what I do here is a little different from what a lot of people do. Is I fill up my storage containers with the stuff.
Inventory full.
What's going on here? Oh, it's full. Hello. Let's go to the next one. Okay. You don't have to do this, but it's a step that I do. because it seems to kind of help, and it could just be my imagination, but there's a little bit of a glitch with the refiners on a freighter, where if you leave, like, I usually don't leave, so it's really not an issue, but sometimes I do leave, and I'd rather avoid the issue, but it will, your stuff will disappear. You'll come back and it'll act like you never put anything in the refiner. But then maybe days later or a week later, or what usually you can do is you can leave the freighter, you port out using the terminus and you go somewhere else, and then you come back, and then usually the stuff will be there like it's supposed to be, but maybe not, you know. Maybe half of it will be there, or 3/4 of it will be there. Anyway, there's a glitch thing where your stuff kind of disappears, and you can warp away and warp, or terminus away and terminus back, and maybe it'll all show up. Maybe some of it will show up. Maybe whatever, you know. And if it doesn't show up, maybe it'll show up a week later. Maybe it'll show up 2 days later. Maybe you'll come in, you'll say, oh, look, because you can tell by the color of the screens on your refiner if there's something in there, just by looking at the color of the screen, the display on the refiner. So anyway, I just do this just in case I have to leave the freighter or decide I want to leave the freighter. Because there's, it takes a while to do this, processing the refiner part. And I just think if the stuff is in the storage, then there's less of a chance of there being a problem. It just seems that way to me. I could be wrong. Okay, so here's our refiners. We'll start here with the first one, okay? And we'll go. And we'll just scroll down until because it looks everywhere when we don't, because it's not in the ship, and it's not in my inventory, and it's not in the ship, so we leave it there for all inventories, and it'll look in the storage. It's okay, there's one there. Okay? So we got a runaway mold. We put that up there. You can see that takes 20 minutes to run. But that 9,999 runaway mold is going to give us 1,999 nanites. And you just saw how many 9,999 runaway molds. I filled up 3 storage containers almost. All right. Okay, so there's one. We got 20 of these in this room. Okay, scroll down until we see. Okay, so this is the last one, and now we gotta wait. Okay, so let's take a quick look here. I have 611,842 nanites currently. So by the time we get all this stuff done, I hopefully plan on having around 711,000. Okay, so I'm expecting to get 100,000. Okay, we went from 611,000 nanites to 762,000. That's 151,000 nanites in, let's see, 10 minutes worth of collection and 2 hours worth of processing. No, not 2 hours, 1 hour. I'm sorry, 1 hour. So 70 minutes total. 60 minutes worth of processing and 10 minutes worth of collection. 70 minutes. 70 minutes for 150,000 nanites. Of course, I got 20 processors. If I would have had 10 refiners, if I would have had 10 refiners, it would have been 2 hours worth of processing. If I would have had 5 refiners, it would have been double that again. Yeah. So now you know why I have 20 refiners. Anyway, that's it. Nanites galore, baby. See you next time. Have fun in the stars.